All right, here's an impromptu video on removing and installing the cabin air filter. This is actually more of a pain than other videos make it appear. Mine was already taken out. The reason why I'm making it is because it was a pain in the butt to do this, so I figured I'd show you guys what to do if you run into the same problem. So first things first, we remove the cover. Be gentle with this because it is plastic. It can easily break. Also be careful when you're doing this in super cold weather. So now the cover is removed. All right, one tap, two taps. Then other videos they show you, oh, all you have to do is just pop the cover on one side. All right, and on the other. But you run into the issue of you can't lift the lid all the way up. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but hopefully it's a good angle. But yeah, so you can't lift up this lid to get that air filter out, the cabin air filter. So what you want to do is you're going to want to pull this plastic shroud forward just enough to clear the lid to open. And again, you want to be very careful because it's plastic and it can break. So you're going to come over to the edge as far as you can. You're going to pry that open just a little bit. And again, you're going to push in on the lid so that it can squeeze through. And you want to be careful because if you've done this a few times, kind of like I have, the wire mesh will get messed up and create very sharp edges. So you're going to be pricking your fingers. So lift up, my fingers are getting in the way. And there's also a wire mesh behind these grates, and that's what it gets caught on a lot of the time. So again, be careful, be patient, make sure that that clears. Again, if you feel it catching on that wire. There we go. So now you could actually take that air filter, that cabin air filter out, which I already did here. So you can see mine is pretty clean, but I made the mistake of buying what Rock Auto calls standard. Basically, I was driving around for a day and I could smell some of these exhaust fumes coming into the cabin. So we upgraded to that Wix filter, part number 24048XP. So now we're going to open this. The reason why I upgraded to this one is because it is a carbon filter. So it filters out smells, mold, and particulates. So one thing to look for on the filter is the directions of the arrow, right? Air flows this way. You can see that on camera. Airflow. So the air is going to flow into the cabin. So we'll go ahead and line this up. Here. Helps if you do one side at a time. All right, get one edge first, and then you can get the other. And you slide that in. Some foam. Okay, make sure that is seated. Alright, so we don't have to do this again for a little while. Alright, so that's seated perfectly. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull on that plastic covering. Careful not to stab your fingers like what I'm doing right now with the metal grate behind it. It's quite painful. So you lift up and you push down. You lock one side and the other. That should be seated perfectly. Take our cover, line up the tabs. Alright, and you're going to pull these tabs forward just a little bit. Now everything is seated as it should. So hopefully that helps you when you're switching out this cabin air filter. You can't really see because of the dirt, but if you look closely, you'll see those little pricks. Just look like blistering. So again, be careful when lifting up that corner because there is a metal grate. And there's a shot of the engine bay. So anyways, until next time.